right, Mark from Dynaval, take it away with your pitch.
All right, thank you, Natalie. So I'm going to do the screen share from here. Hopefully it works smoothly. I practiced it earlier. And here we go. All right, and if somebody could just confirm for me if it's working.
I can see.
Are we good?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, hey everybody. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share the new Dynaval with you. My name is Mark Serkin. I'm the founder and CEO. Some of you out there who are attending events around town last year may remember us as the food profile app for events. And our mission has really always been about helping people connect over food. We truly believe that sharing a meal is one of the most important ways for people to connect, to gain perspective about each other, and to build empathy together. You know, like everybody else, we've got to pivot. And maybe I'll challenge myself by not saying that word again in this 2.5 minutes. So we started mentioning the phrase virtual catering to our network about a month ago. People got really excited about it. They said, what does it mean? And we said, well, we'll coordinate catered experiences for your virtual event guests. And they said, that sounds awesome. We'll buy it. Now, what does it mean? And we got into it a little more, and we found that, you know, food and beverage, we know it makes events better. The other thing it does is it's one of the main things that makes events worth paying for. Before COVID, it was the highest expenditure at events. 34% of every event budget went to food and beverage. Behind that was lodging, venues, things like that at about 25%. The overall market size for the event industry, $362 billion in the USA. That means $120 billion or so spent on food and beverage. So, you know, we lost all that. In an instant, we went to free virtual events. People pay for experiences. You know, that's been spoken about a lot in this last hour on the prior panel. People pay for experiences, and how do we bring those back to virtual events? Because they are here to stay. They're cheaper, they're safer, they're more sustainable, more efficient. Most event planners will tell you that hybrid is the future of events. So how do we get event planners and organizations running events back to being able to charge for them? And how do we get people to pay for them again? Planners are coming up with all sorts of great ideas, from gamification, polls and quizzes, swag boxes, and so forth. And we said, what about food and beverage? We've got so much delivery out there. We've got so many caterers and restaurants out there. Just imagine a common menu, standardized packaging, standardized branding, delivered across multiple geographies, fulfilled by multiple suppliers. The mandate for events is the same, no matter whether it's virtual or live. We're just trying to connect people. We're trying to create experiences, trying to highlight brands and sponsors and things like that. So you don't have to imagine it anymore. We started doing it with Dynaval. In the last month, we threw this idea out there, and we quickly sold a couple of pilots. The first event happened last week. The second one is happening next week. People are getting really excited about it. And honestly, I can't respond to emails fast enough right now. So I know I've only got 3 minutes here, so this is just kind of a tease and an intro. But what we're doing here is engaging guests with virtual catering. We're looking for partners, pilots, team members. We're starting to think about investment. But of course, we've got a lot of work to do yet to prove out this concept and make sure it's profitable. The best fit here is events with 50 or more guests, corporate industry style events, fundraisers, associations, weddings and parties, things like that. You can learn more on our website, and I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible on the Remo table pretty soon, which is a new thing for me too. So thank you all very much. And I've got to find the stop share button.
And then I think we had Ram from eHealth now. Ram, are you here? If not, we'll move on to Gold Skylines LLC.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Chinadu, go ahead.
Hello, yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So first of all, I want to say thank you for this opportunity to be able to present. my company, my startup company is called Gold Skylines. Let me quickly share my screen so that you can see the presentation. So Gold Skylines is a travel startup. Our goal is to actually make travel accessible for everyone. With the COVID pandemic, we've seen a lot of reduced income. Unemployment has gone through the roof and people are struggling financially. But people want to travel still. Travel is a luxury and a necessity because people want to live. It's very important to humanity. So we believe that we want to make travel accessible for people that are traditionally low income, students, millennials, people that are just getting their first job right out of college, that cannot traditionally have enough disposable income to be able to fly anywhere they want to go to. So before the pandemic, our goal was to connect travelers to each other using our platform. We built out a platform, a web application that enables our market to be able to come in, find anybody they want to travel with, and we partner them together, we pair them together. But we have pivoted because we've seen that with the new economy, our former model was not going to work. So now what we're doing is we are focused more on getting flights and travel to be accessible, to be more, so that people can be able to afford them. So our market size is the students, is millennials, like I said, people that are on a fixed income, low income. Our pivoted model involves actually using currency arbitrage to be able to get the best ticket prices for our market size. So what this means is that traditionally, when you go on Expedia and all these other flight search platforms, you get a very direct, okay, I'm going to London, I'm going from New York to London, is $600 is direct. But what we're doing is that we want to get the best, the cheapest flight using the exchange rate of either the destination you're going to or the destination you are in, and we find the cheapest one. So we use a currency arbitrage, in a sense, technology-driven currency arbitrage, to be able to find the cheapest possible using the currency differences. Let me give you an example. I'm from Nigeria, and in Nigeria, the currency exchange rate is going very high, which means that the economy is not doing very well, so our currencies are tanking. So what we want to do for Nigerians and Africans is that if you want to book a flight to America, we can get you based off of the dollar, based off the currency, the dollar currency, which is actually more valuable. So at the end of the day, you're able to get a cheaper flight ticket to your destination. So what we do is basically use currency differentials, different currency rates, to be able to get the best flights for our market audience. So overall, our goal is that we want to make travel accessible. We believe that travel should be people should be able to afford to travel. And our goal is to get the low income and the fixed income market to be able to access travel easily all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you. So next, I think we have IO projects with Martin. Martin, are you here on the line?
I'm here. All right, let's try to share the right screen. All right, almost there. Oh, let me see, I don't get it. All right. Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Martin Ruffert. I'm founder and CEO of IO Projects. We are a 3-year-old US technology vendor, solution provider, and system integrator. We specialize in digital signage and communication solutions for retail and large corporations. And we have operations running in the US and Europe, namely Germany, France, and the UK. Currently, we serve over 300 clients with more than 20,000 connected screens in 21 countries, including multinational companies like Mercedes-Benz and Total. Today, our industry is mature with only one-digit growth for tech companies like us, and generating revenue is becoming really challenging. Just for info, the market leaders' annual sales are only $25 million. COVID has disrupted our space like many others. However, in our industry, for the positive, I would say. It has created a need for an industry shift of focus from just passively displaying content to interact contactless with the customers, where experienced and nimble players like us can capture major opportunities in cities, universities, hospitals, and corporations with a new focus on crisis communication and management. We have, by the way, created just in no time an emergency device that can transform any screen, even offline, into a connected emergency messaging screen without any major changes in the equipment. And in March, we expanded our business development, sales, and R&D capacity to face these new challenges. Seizing the industry shift, we are innovating our products and disrupting the steady state, expanding globally and collaborating with research universities and labs in Europe and the United States. It's the global needs that are driving this opportunity, and our project has the experience and designs for innovative technology to become the market leader with a time to market measured in months and not years. The main topics of our research collaboration will be how to further innovate our products to capitalize on gesture recognition versus classical touchscreens, AI, robotics, etc., which will drastically improve the user experience and reduce the risk and ensure reliability. Let me quickly introduce the team. So for my part, I'm a successful serial entrepreneur with a 25-year track record on building tech companies around Europe and the United States. Mario has been by my side for the last 13 years, and together we have developed most of the very exciting IoT projects in Europe. And Mark, our Chief Strategy Officer, has recently joined us and is an expert in global business development. We are very fortunate to have Blondine and Sebastian on our advisory board. They are the true masters at finding the best financial partners around the world. And I see that I'm way out of time already, as always. So I will really hurry up. So the first product we have launched is a smart box that we call the Karen TV, and that transforms any TV screen to become an interactive video call-in device. And we focus here the assisted living facilities and hospitals for the elderly to connect with their family and friends, typically people who cannot be trained to hold a FaceTime or tablet to make a Skype call or things like that. And this product is pretty much ready to be launched very quickly. The market size we have just for the elderly population, it's around about $1 billion around the world. The serviceable market in the US is around about 40 million. And we have those who live in assisted living facilities around about 1.5 million. Our stage is pretty in advance compared to what you see on the screen. We are at least 1 month ahead. So we are almost ready to start the hardware integration and the first POCs. And we're seeking 250K to fill the gap in cash flow, as proof of concepts and pilots inherently lead to longer sales cycles. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. I'm 2 minutes over, sorry.
No worries. Thank you so much, Martin. So I know Joseph from Look Prior was supposed to go next, and he was in the room, and it looks like he might have left. Joseph, are you here? All right. Well, maybe Joseph will come back, and we can put him at the end. But next we'll do MyQs with Dynaval.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to, Martin, I'm going to stop your screen share. Yeah, I'm going to start mine. Thank you. All right. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Dynaval Sehgal, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of MyQs, the skill sharpening platform that helps in keeping employees sharp, engaged, and effective. So let me ask you all a question. Have you ever Googled for something that you can't remember? Of course you have. Like you, a typical employee spends over 150 hours a year Googling for information that they need to do their jobs. And it's stuff that they knew but cannot remember. And why does this happen? Because people forget things. Our brains essentially work on a use it or lose it policy. So how do we make people remember? The science of learning says that practice tests and spaced learning are the two best tools to combat forgetting. We combine these two things and we get spaced retrieval practice. This scientifically informed solution of spaced retrieval practice, along with gamification and an engaging reward system, forms the core of our skill sharpening platform, MyQs. MyQs is built to benefit both employers and employees. Employees who are the core users of our system use the MyQs platform to practice their skills, compete with their peers and coworkers, earn points by participating in skill challenges and battles, get rewarded for redeeming those points, they level up, win trophies, and stay engaged in general, and receive performance feedback for self-improvement. Managers, on the other hand, receive employee performance reports and insights about their strengths and weaknesses and can utilize that information in better project allocation. The result is enhanced business profitability by the virtue of sharper employees, higher employee engagement, improved employee morale, and better resource allocation. We launched the MyQs product as a B2C app in a public beta in India. We gathered over 32,000 users and made initial revenues with over 250 sales. Through the learnings that we got in the B2C setting, we are now evolving our platform to a B2B pilot. We recently graduated from the Penn Wharton VIP X Accelerator and are currently a part of the Global Startup Accelerator. Initially, we will be targeting the $50 billion L&D market in the United States for IT services companies. We will be offering our MyQs as a B2B SaaS offering, and we will have licensing per user as a subscription model. Our leadership team consists of experts in the fields of technology, education, and entrepreneurship. We will be raising a pre-seed round of $750,000 in the near future. That money would be used for enhancing the product and our sales and marketing. And that's about it. I'm Dynaval Sehgal, and this is MyQs, the skill sharpening platform that helps in keeping employees sharp, engaged, and effective. If you'd like to know more about it, please meet me in the Vimo room. Thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you, Dynaval. Next up, we have Nara Health. Sanjay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, I'll share my screen now. All right. My name is Sanjay Khobragade, and I'm the founder and CEO of Nara Health, medical imaging analysis using open source AI. So there currently exists this gap between the available open source AI models that are coming out from like Ivy League schools, but they are not being used in the actual clinical practice. So Nara Health, a startup, 1 year old, we are a team of 6. We are actually engineering solutions to bridge this gap and bring these AI models that are available with 95+ accuracy to actual clinical practitioners and radiologists. We have global locations based out of Philadelphia and India, team of 6 with 1 medical advisor. So far, we have 2 products. The first product called Nara COVID And this actually happened because of the pivot that we had to make. Earlier, we were focused on the breast cancer detection from mammography screening, but in March, we moved to leverage our platform to come up with this Nara COVID product. Basically, we have put up a web application with Google authentication, which can give a real-time inference on uploaded chest X-ray image, whether that person or patient has a COVID-19 or it has like a bacterial pneumonia. Because the patient treatment in those two cases are very different. And it's very critical that you have the right diagnosis done. We also have the PayPal and Stripe integration built in this platform. The inference report appears, as you can see on the screen, where your user is notified with the presence of COVID-19 versus pneumonia, or it's just a normal looking chest X-ray with percentage values. In addition to that, there's the severity values for the geographic and opacity variables that are also provided. Along with that, we have built a heat map overlay to provide the user insight into where the AI is making the decision and give, so to speak, an explainable AI with this report. Our second product, Nara Detect, would give an output something like this, where it looks at the mammography screening images and provides user with information like breast density, the screening BI-RADS score, and the breast cancer predictions along with the visualizations. The AI models that we leveraged are from University of Waterloo and NYU. And we have been contributing ourselves to open source community by having our products available on GitHub. So far, we have 3 clients that we are working as on a trial basis based out of India. And they are providing us with data and feedback. And so far, it's been very positive. We also have established a partnership with PDE in Mexico. With respect to revenue generation, the user would be charged on a per scan of image basis. There would also be subscriptions plans available depending on the imaging volume, as well as a trial period for new users to sign up. Also, our products are considered as software as a medical device, class 2, and we currently have a FDA 510(k) submission in progress for Nara COVID. We have Medical Device Academy as our regulatory consultant. And that's all for Nara Health. If you have any questions, you can reach me out at the information available on the screen. I'll also be available at the Reno table booth. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Julia, we have you and Solution Medical up next. So feel free to take it away.
Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Well, hi everybody. My name is Julia Anthony, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Solution Medical, where we are developing a better way to deliver life-saving medication. Here's a picture of my brother and I. He and I were both born with a rare life-threatening adrenal gland disease. This really hit home for me last summer when my brother passed out in the restroom while out to dinner with his friends in New York City. Though he had his life-saving medication with him, he was in big trouble because the current medication that we need requires mixing immediately prior to injection, and this requires a minimum of 15 user steps. This mixing process is called reconstitution. My brother experienced what is known as an adrenal crisis, which is especially prevalent in children and adolescents with adrenal disease. He was lucky that my other brother was with him at dinner and was able to provide him help. The same cannot be said for the nearly 800,000 people living in the United States and Europe experiencing high patient error, increased health burden, and even death. The problem we solve is the current solutions for patient-injected drugs for requiring reconstitution are neither safe, efficacious, or easy to use. Our patent-pending TwistJect device solves this problem by offering patients and caregivers life-saving convenience and improved quality of life. all the while protecting existing revenue and providing product differentiation in competitive pharma markets. The initial company we are targeting is Pfizer Injectables because they dominate the adrenal space, and their packaging patents are approaching expiration, putting $100 million of product sales at risk. We will make Pfizer aware of our TwistJect product by utilizing our clinical and strategic advisors to gain access to their venture and rare disease arms. Our messaging will focus on the critical unmet needs of rare disease patients currently using Pfizer Injectables. We will establish a milestone-driven joint development agreement with Pfizer where we will fill a proprietary device with Pfizer's API, or active pharmaceutical ingredient. The adrenal disease market is just the beginning, however. Entering a rare disease market provides significant regulatory benefits, leading to fast commercialization and the opportunity to expand into many other large reconstitution markets, including in vitro fertilization, at-home cancer therapies, and monoclonal antibodies, also known as MABs. We are currently raising $2 million to take our proprietary proof of concept product to the next level, including design for manufacturing and human factor studies. With your investment, we can save lives because together we are the solution. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you afterwards to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Julia. Joseph, I see we have you in this space, but you're not connected to audio or video. I chatted you. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I think we might be having some technical difficulties. That was our last company, unless Ram from eHealth Now has also joined us. Well, Karina, I know we're wrapping up a few minutes early. Did you want to say anything else about the Global Startup Accelerator or any of the companies that joined us before we head over to the Remo networking space?
Well, I just want to thank all the companies and brave souls that pitched today, because the more you pitch, the better chances of getting funded. So kudos to you guys. Everyone did really well. We do have, I see, a bunch of investors here. So when you go to your tables, I'm now talking mostly to investors. Please try to visit as many companies as you can, because I'm sure that they have a better story to tell than a 3-minute pitch. So I hope you will have really good conversations. For the companies, I just want to ask you to jot down how many conversations you had today. It will be really good for our statistics later on. And good luck experiencing Remo, which is a really cool experience in itself. So I'll come and visit each table as well. And I don't know, Blandine, if you want to say anything.
Oh, you said also congratulations all of you, and I chatted with some of you, like we've seen improvement even since last week, so great job. And yeah, see you in a little bit on Rainbow. Natalie, I'm sure you will resend the link to everyone, and
yes.
we're gonna move.
Yeah, I don't see the link anymore, so if you can resend it again. Absolutely. And again, Remo will take you to a different different space outside of Zoom. So you will see it as an extra tab on your browser, and we will be on the 2nd floor. Everyone can just go ahead and find their own tables there.
Yes. So if the companies would like to move over, I can give everyone else just a heads up about Remo. So as Karina mentioned, we'll be on the 2nd floor of the space, and that will make more sense once you enter in. Kerway Lowe, one of the colleagues who works for the Venture Cafe team, is going to stay here in Zoom to help direct people over. And Emily Meltzer, who's another team member at Venture Cafe, will be on the 2nd floor helping companies find their tables if you're having any difficulty. I'll be on the 1st floor in Remo making announcements about where you can find things. If you look for any of us, we'll have this Venture Cafe V logo as our avatar in the space. So if you're having difficulty navigating, just find one of us with the Venture Cafe V logo and we'll help get you where you need to go. I did put the link to Remo in the chat. So if everybody would like to make their way over there, we'll see you in just a bit.
All right, see you later, guys.
I will just add that the room are for 6 people only. So if you see a room that is packed, go to visit another company. So that's it. See you in a little bit.
Thank you, Blondine. Yes, there are, as Blondine mentioned, the space caps each table at 6 people max. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to talk to everybody, but just go to another table if you see that there are 6 people at the table to go to. All right, see you all over there. Thank you so much.
Thanks.